All right, welcome everyone. Take Two Tuesday here at the Stamps of Life in Southern California. How is everyone today? I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Let's see, why am I not appearing there? Hang on, what's going on here? What is going on here? Let's see if I can figure this out. For some reason, I am not showing up here. That is kind of scary. That's working, and my camera is working. Well, no. Oh, I think I know. Sorry about this. I'm still learning this new system. Oh, let's see. I might have to do that over here. Nope, that's not going to be it either. Well, this is odd. I think you guys can hear me, but I cannot make myself appear. Hang on for 1 second. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. Obviously, I'm not doing something right. Let's see. For some reason, that is not switching pictures. What could it be? What could it be? That one. No? I think I know why. All right, let's see. Brand. Ta-da! All right, we're off to a super great start, right? I thought I had this all figured out, but not quite. So at least you could hear me. You knew I was here. We should have been on time, but I was here by sound, but not by picture. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. See who is over here. I think I've got everything going out to Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Even I was able to add Instagram today. So if you guys are there on Instagram, make sure you say hi. I see Veer and Elizabeth and Sherry and Janet and Bonnie. A lot of our Sharon is here, Debbie, Serenity, a lot of our usual friends. I'm hoping that everybody will jump into the chat today. If you're not normally a person who adds to the chat, please do that. We like to hear from all of you. And then later, I'll have a couple questions that you can add in your answers to. And also, we're going to have some fun today. What can I say? How was your extra day off? Did you enjoy your Labor Day? If you were on, if you were on Take Two Tuesday yesterday, you heard Stephanie was a little under the weather. So we're hoping that she gets to feeling better today. Yeah. So we want her to feel better, and we did. We rested yesterday, kind of took it easy. It was nice out here. Great weather. In the afternoon, we did catch up with our grandsons, and we went swimming for a couple hours. So that was fun. Those kids can just go on and on and on when it comes to swimming. They won't get out until you tell them to. A couple bathroom breaks here and there, but they're right back in the water. They love it. So that is a good thing. What else is new? Over the weekend on Sunday, I mailed out the Die Hard Club and Stamp Club. Unfortunately, because of the holiday and because of Sunday, nothing's going to move until today. So it's going to be a little bit of a delay. If you normally get it within a day or two, today is actually the first, kind of like the first day it's in the mail. But I did my part. I got it into the post office, and those stamps and dies are on the way to you. If you haven't seen them, I'm going to go ahead and grab them real quick on the website. Because if you're interested in becoming a Stamps of Life club member, this will be a great time to jump in. This looks like it's going to be a very popular collection. If you do just Stamp Club, let me make sure I can grab this here. You will get the new Gingerbread Fun stamp. No, not that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. You would get this stamp set right here, the Gingerbread Fun clear stamp. Now, our bundle sold out, which was exciting. And then also the Gingerbread Folded House has sold out. Well, we still do have the Gingerbread stamp set, so you could get that by joining the Die Hard Club or the Stamp Club. Now, if you join the Die Hard Club, you're going to get the dies that go with this, and you'll see them down here. They show as not in stock on the website because they're only available to club members right now. So if you join the club, you can get the Gingerbread Fun stamps and dies together at this time. If you just want to get the stamps, you can also join the Stamp Club, and you would get this stamp set. How many stamps you get? 11 stamps on a 4x6 sheet. And if you just go up right up here to join the club, it will give you all the information about the clubs, how you can sign up. You get extra gifts for joining the club. You get a couple gifts. So welcome to the club gifts. That's nice. And then immediately when you sign up, you're going to start getting a discount on the Stamps of Life website. So you'll save 15% off all your purchases when you shop on the website. Now, I know most of you who are watching are probably club members, but if you're not, there's some information for you. Again, all those details are on the website. Other things you get every once in a while, we send out a freebie to our club members. Stephanie likes to have some extra fun gifts for our club members. So she'll surprise you every once in a while and send out something extra. And then if you're in the club for a full year, you get an anniversary gift with the Die Hard Club or Stamp Club. That is $15 you can use for anything on the Stamps of Life website. And then your discount, your 15% off, is any time that you are shopping on the Stamps of Life website. You get that discount. So that is nice. It's not just a one-time. As long as you're in the club, you're always going to get that discount. So that's the information about our club that just came out. That was the first. If you normally watch Stephanie's Crafting Corner, that'll come up Thursday. And then what else? Oh, on Friday night, the 7th items will come out. It'll actually be the 6th. So the night before the 7th, we'll have some new items posted on the website. They'll be on flash sale. You'll want to check those out, okay? Today on Take Two Tuesday, what we do here at Take Two Tuesday is we look at items from the Stamps of Life from the past. The items I have today are about 4 years old. So our point being when we do this video is a lot of you already have these stamps and dies. And this is a reminder for you when you see the ideas, and it's kind of seasonal. I tried to make a little bit seasonal. These are stamps and dies that you're going to want to use coming up. So if you have them already, maybe you're a club member a few years ago and you have this collection, or maybe you bought it from our website. This is awesome because you're going to see the ideas. It's going to inspire you to dig these stamps and dies out of the back of that cupboard or the bottom of that drawer or wherever you keep your extra goodies. Break them out and use them. Some of this set that we're talking about actually today will work really good with the gingerbread fun items that just came out. This would be a nice combo. So something to think about, using something old with I wouldn't say old from the past with something new. Now, if you're brand new to the Stamps of Life, you probably have not seen these items, so they'll be new to you. Today, I will die cut both of these and just give you some ideas of what we can do with the die cuts that are produced by this collection, and I think you'll like it. And after we look at, I have a stamp and die collection with some add-ons. We'll look at that first, and then we have a nice card base, and then we will go on to, let me get my comments. We'll go on to, if you have a Bible or a Bible app, you can get that out. And we will be in Matthew chapter 4, and we'll do a quick overview of the chapter, and then we'll focus on one part, one little short passage from it for our devotional. So if you have a phone, a tablet, you can use either of those for the Good News segment, we call it. And you can also, I have a real Bible with me today, so I'll be using the New King James Version, and we will do that. So let's go ahead and get going. Let me find out the boys are doing better, Sherry. Yes, they were feeling better. Whenever we start playing with them or doing anything fun, they seem to cheer up pretty fast. They might crash after, but right now they're doing good. Hi, Gloria and Lori. And let's see who else is Stephanie K and Karen. Welcome, all of you. I'm so happy that you are here. And yeah, let's have some fun. All right. So I am going to grab our first item. I should have a little banner here for it. Let me see if I can. This part, I'm still a little slow on here, but using this new system, it is better. It will be easier. I just have to figure out how to use it. That is I guess just as practice, we'll get better with it. So let's go ahead and grab that one. This is our Snowglobe to Stamp collection. And it is from October of 2020, so just about 4 years. Here we are in September. That will be, this will be all the way back 4 years ago. So you may have these. Let's see. This will be a reminder. This is the main club set right here. This is the Snowglobe to Stamp. How many stamps? I have a link for this. Why am I trying to guess up all this stuff? I'll never remember. It has 19 stamps on this. Wow, you get a lot. And then it will also have a die set that coordinates with it. So if you were back in the club back in the day, you got both of these together. This doesn't focus too good here. I haven't learned I have a new camera and new audio, so I think the audio is doing better, but I haven't figured out quite how to get my camera to focus on these, but I will get that working. And then we have add-ons. This is called Extra for Snowglobe. So some little items you can add to your snow globe to decorate, and also the dies that go with it. We'll look at all of these items on the website here in just a minute. And then there's this die set, Snowglobe Shaker Dies. So this will help you to create some really fun shaker cards. So those are all awesome. These are all available on the website. If you just type in Snowglobe, you're going to find them all. I'm going to keep those together. And then let's go ahead and go over to the website. My question was for you. So this is kind of snow themed, winter themed, Christmas themed. Do you have any memories that involve snow? Maybe you grew up where there's snow. Here in Southern California, there's no snow. So do you have any memories from snow? Maybe you took a trip where there was snow. Maybe you lived in a place where there was no snow. For me, so post that in the comments. Do you have a special memory involving snow. Maybe you skied or skated, or you made snowmen. Maybe it was from when you were a child. Maybe it's when you were a little bit older as an adult. So snow, do you have any memories of snow? Anything special pop out to you there? I remember like having, I do remember having like snowball fights and going to the mountains. We have mountains about maybe 2 to 3 hours away from here called Big Bear or Lake Arrowhead. So you could get to the snow pretty easy. And I don't remember a lot about it, but the one thing I do remember, because there must have been a couple of pictures, we went to up around Lake Arrowhead. There was a place called Santa's Village. And I think actually the day we went there, they might have been closed. But I remember lots of snow being around there. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe they got snowed in or snowed out, but somehow we made it up there to, and I believe it was Arrowhead or Big Bear, maybe like right in between those, but it's called Santa's Village. And I remember just playing out in the snow there and throwing snowballs and having fun. So that was one memory for me. Outside of that, I have done skiing once or twice. I went snowboarding once or twice. I like them both. It's just not something that we do regularly. They were fun, and they take practice to get good at, definitely. But do you have any memories that were involved snow? Keith says that, yep, we went sledding every year. Awesome. Santa's Village, yep. Stephanie K knows about a Santa's Village. Yep, Sandy, in Canada, you're going to get a lot of snow up there, right? So snow, do you have any memories? Who else is in here in our chat? We have Shelly. She says, it snowed in July at Pikes Peak. Where is Pikes Peak, Shelly? I've heard of that, but I don't know where it's at. Where is it located? So do you have any snow memories? That's our first question. All right. So I'm going to pull this item up here on the website. And let's switch over there. Great. Okay, there's the collection we're talking about here. 19 stamps. Again, oh wow, a lot. The largest stamp is just about 3x3. That would be the globe. And you can decorate. And now the year we got to 2024. So you might have to have some different years after this, but it does go through 2024. So that's good. And I'm going to make a note on that because Stephanie might want to change that file and add some new numbers for the years, huh? Because we'll want to be able to use this in the future. And you could maybe have some other stamps or dies with some numbers in it. You can make your own years. So there you see the ideas. Let's go through those real quick. Our reindeer in a snow globe. And there, that is kind of like a fold-it type. Using just a smaller set here, though. And they're on a card front. These are all, just using pieces of it, not even using the snow globe on a Slimline card, good idea. And our gingerbread theme, that makes me think of our new gingerbread fun that we have out right now. And that's a cute one. That's on a center step up. This is the card base for that. Very nice. Pretty colors. So it can, be Christmas themed. Doesn't have to be. It can be winter. Of course, when you have a snow globe, you think of winter. Let's see. I do have some. There's not a lot about snow globe, but I did find some interesting things that you might want to know. I'll switch back over to me because it's just a lot of writing. Snow globes were invented by a man who is trying to create to improve the brightness of a light bulb for a doctor who needed better light to perform surgery. I don't know if that was a doctor or a dentist, but somehow they were trying to get better lighting. And somehow this guy discovered how to make a snow globe. Doesn't tell us exactly how he did it, and then snow globes soon became gifts for children by the church. I've gone to church and I've never got a snow globe, and I've never given anybody a snow globe just because they went to church. But maybe this is in other parts of the world. I don't know. Have you ever received a snow globe as a gift from when you went to church? Let me know if you did. I never experienced that myself. Snow globes made tourist places famous. Now this is good, right? Whenever you go anywhere, like if you go to Disneyland, or I haven't been to Paris, but here it says you could get a snow globe with an Eiffel Tower in it, or I bet you could get a snow globe with the Great Wall of China in it. So there's all kinds of different ways you could add to your snow globe. I do remember having them as kids. And the thing was, these were the plastic kind, and some of the time they would crack and leak, and I think that was the end of the snow globe. But these high-end ones, there's this guy, Karl Lagerfeld, it says. He figured out this is high-end art. He would use, it sounds like, let's see. He's a global designer. So this is something different. So Karl Lagerfeld, if you have ever heard of that, maybe Lagerfeld snow globes, they use real glass. These are real high, like real crystals. And then I heard there's some people, that's is for people who have lots of money, they actually get, they use gold or silver flakes for the inside of the snow globe. So this is pricey if you're starting to get into snow globes made with the crystal and the, oh, here it is, diamond snow. That's the one, diamond snow. They were using diamond flakes or something like that to make it really sparkly. So you got to have a lot of money to do that kind of stuff, out of my budget range. And then you have like, they have Disney ones, there's collectible ones from the past. But you can come up with a snow globe and make it your own idea. Here with Christmas coming up or winter, you can make a winter scene. And yeah, I think they're just kind of fun. And they're fun just to shake up, right, and watch the snow. Just being a kid, just shaking them and watching the snow fall. That was just fun just by itself. It says, do not drink. Do not drink. Make sure you do not drink the water that's in the snow globe. And because it could have, or a lot of it could be, or all of it could be made with antifreeze. So you would not want to drink antifreeze, right? I'm sure about that. All right. So there's a little information about snow globes. Yeah, that about covers it all. Not a lot of interesting things, but there are snow globes for every budget. I guess you could learn from that. And that snow globes are also a great way to have a reminder of some place you vacationed or something like that, right? Oh, I didn't look at all the extra add-on stuff, so I do want to flip through that real quick. Let me flip back over there. You see the, whoops, what happened? Wrong one. I'm back. You see the snow globe dies. Those are available. There's the extras and the extra snow globe die set also. That is available. And then down below that, you have the snow globe shaker dies. Let's see if there's any other samples here that maybe didn't pop up on our other list here. Yeah, there's a few different ones here on a Slimline. I think I can enlarge this. Go that way. There's the stamp set. This is the extras. See, so here's a different idea how you could also use it as like a welcome a new baby card, right? It doesn't have to be all Christmas or winter, but it's kind of themed for that, but you can make it what you want it to be. We did see these. There's another Slimline. That's fun. Using the stamps and dies there without the snow globe. Featured here on a box card. Lots of our little characters. Very Christmassy. And another Slimline. So you see there's lots of different options here, right? All right, let's check out the ones that I have with me here in our little studio. We'll call this the Take Two Tuesday studio. We got to get it. The Take Two Tuesday studio sponsored by, that's what we need, right? We need a sponsor. I don't think it's going to happen, but can always hope, right? I'm going to flip over to this camera. I wanted to mention some of the cards often have a little blue of a tint in here. And so actually the reason that is because I have blue lights in here behind me, and the blue just kind of bleeds over to everything. So some things that would normally be white, like you see this little rim around here on the card. The card looks really nice and everything, but that would really actually in real life be white. So I don't know if you're seeing it as blue as I am seeing it, but everything kind of has just a tad bit of a blue tint here in our little taping area. And that's again because I have the blue lights behind me just to kind of make things look a little fun and different. Here's like a shaker look. This was a shaker as well. And these are just using the little stamps and dies. They can be a little folded. You can make them into folded as well. And they've mixed in those shaker dies along with the regular die set. This would be fun like at a kids table, like in a kid's classroom, or maybe at a dinner table if you wanted to really go all out with little places. You could put people's names down there, different ideas. Now here we have Halloween coming up, and so here is a Halloween theme, right? But you wouldn't have thought of that. I wouldn't have thought of that myself. See, there's not quite as much white on here, so the colors are coming out a little bit better. And then same thing, we have the add-ons you can add into your shaker card. I know we have a lot of shaker like glitter and little, I don't know what they call them, clay pieces on our website that are available. Now we're going back to winter themed, and this is a A2 size card here. Fun one there, kind of a classic look. That one, you definitely see the blue a little bit more, right? Most of that's white, black and white. And here we have a A2 card going the other direction. And I think we saw these other ones here on the website, but they're fun to see again in person. Well, not necessarily in person, but you know what I mean. All right, let's see. And then this was the stand-up. That should be called a center stand-up for the card base. Very, very nice. You have some inside. You can do quite a bit on the inside of these stand-up cards there. I'm sorry, that might be step. Is it step up or stand up? I can't remember on that one. Oh, that goes with the other one. Okay, so that was it for our ideas. Let's go ahead and move over to our die cutting table. I added an extra light over there, so hopefully it looks a little bit better. See if I can get that working good. Great. And yeah, let's move over to that table. I don't have to switch mics or anything now, so that is an improvement also. And I'll meet you over there at our table. Okay, so I've added our Stamps of Life logo there. I hope that looks good. Might as well know what you're watching, right? If you're watching somebody die cut, who is this guy? What is he doing, right? That would be my question. Oh, I forgot my stamps and dies. Let's see. So if you are new to the Stamps of Life, I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning. My name is Ken. I am one of the owners here. I kind of do the behind the scene stuff here at the Stamps of Life. Stephanie is my wife, and she is the primary face of the company, an owner, and then she does all the designing and all the fun stuff of the products that you guys like. So I help out with shipping, getting things around, editing videos. I'll run the store here kind of when we have a store day, all kinds of different stuff. All the boring stuff that Stephanie doesn't like, I'm not going to say get stuck with, but I get placed in charge of those things. So we kind of make a good team that way, right? Because I'm not as artistic as Stephanie. She definitely has a special talent for drawing and making items that you guys will like. And I kind of can fill in and do some of the things that are not her favorite things to do. That's kind of how it works out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get out this large die here. And quickly, we'll make our own little snow globe. I won't decorate it or anything, but you see some of the options that you have. You could add these little extra guys inside if you like. We also had, here are the extras. These can all fit inside the snow globe, so you can have a good variety. I was also thinking if you made a nice little snow globe, it'd be fun to add to a calendar. You could use some of these extra add-ons as, you know, you could stamp different days of the month with that. I just popped in my mind, this would be good for a wintry, December-ish, January type calendar. All right, let's see. For my base, I'm going to go ahead and use, we're going to run a few different things through here. We're going to run our main die here through first. Kind of give us a base. And I'm just going to quickly show you how easy it is just to kind of piece this together. And we don't have to go all the way. We're just cutting that short little section there. Bring that back. Okay. So there I have basically what I will call my snow globe base right there. Now next we're going to grab this inside piece. You can see how this fits in it. So it's going to, the cardstock that gets cut is going to kind of layer into this black base here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And just to give us some nice contrast, I'll use some white cardstock here. We would call this powdered sugar on our website. If you're not familiar with our cardstock, it's really awesome. We have a lot of great colors, and it is really great high quality. It is made in the USA cardstock. Again, nice colors. Most of it is made in the USA. There are a couple of colors that we do get from overseas. But the weight is nice, so it's going to be really thick, and you're going to get really solid cards when you put together the cardstock. It's not going to be super flimsy or falling apart or any of the things like that. Okay, so this is an example of how you could kind of paper piece here. Well, we're just going to use this top piece. So this die, it did cut out all these different sections. Well, we just want for now, it's going to be our little globe area. And then I'm going to cut out something nice for the base. Okay, so let's find we're going to use this stuff. I don't know how sparkly you can see, but it's really glittery here. It is our silver, I think it's called silver glitter. And it comes in like an 8-pack. I believe there will be some other colors that are mixed in with it, but the glitter paper is really nice. I'm going to use this for another card that we're going to make here in a minute too. So since I'll be using it multiple times, I'm going to go ahead and add an adhesive sheet. It makes it a little bit easier to work with, especially not so much for this piece that we're going to die cut right now, but I'll be die cutting a word, and this will, having the adhesive on it will make it a lot easier to use. So we're going to go and turn that over. Get that right on there. Great. You kind of press it down. So since we have this adhesive on there, it kind of makes our die cuts into stickers, if you think of it that way. So we're going to die cut this, run it through the machine, and it's going to give us, we're just going to cut this little bottom piece right here, and we'll add that to our snow globe, and it'll already have adhesive on it, so we won't have to add that, which will be nice. Not so important with I'm not going to say this is a large piece. What did I do with my die? This is not necessarily a large piece that we're cutting out, but it would be easy to get some adhesive on this, right? Now, something smaller like this would definitely be nice to, this section here, to have some adhesive on, or an adhesive sheet on. So we're just going to cut watch how I do this. I'm just going to lay this over. So we're just going to get the base of that. We don't need to, we could run the whole thing through there if we wanted to use the other pieces, but we kind of like to be a little frugal with the glittery fancy stuff so we can find more ways to use it and less ways to waste it. That would be kind of the plan. So just kind of cut what you need, and that's what we're going to do right now. Let's run that through. All right, that looks easy, and we'll just go back. We don't need to run that all the way through. All right, let's see what we have here. So you can see I ran it a little bit over, so that's just going to be scrap. Maybe there's some place we could use that, like as a little ground or something somewhere in the future. We could save that. But this will be our main section that we're saving here. And so let's cut that out for us. And we would just adhere that just right there. But the great thing is we had put the adhesive sheet on there. So all we have to do now is just peel this. If I can do this without wearing glasses, without my glasses on, I should just start wearing my glasses when I come over here to the die cutting table, but I really don't like to wear them, but sometimes I have to in order to read. And this would be one of those times where it'd be nice to have glasses to really see. All right, so I did get that. I'm gonna peel that off. This is all sticky now, all right? I'm gonna move this here, add this to the base. That's good. And then we're going to put a little adhesive on this, and we'll have our little snow globe ready to go. So I added some here, did my adhesive with the roller. I add that right to the top. Ta-da, now you're ready to decorate. So easy, right? Now I probably want to move that down so there's not a gap there. And that looks really nice. Now you could add your characters. We saw that Halloween theme. The black and the white and the silver might work for Halloween, or maybe if you have some gold, we do have gold glittery paper. You can go with the snowman theme. You can do reindeer, gingerbread, all kinds of different options. A real Christmas theme with a little manger scene with Jesus in there. That would be awesome. So see how easy that was to do? And this is one of those ones you could crank out. If you folded it, how we have talked about with fold-its before, you could make this into a little folded card like I showed you on some of those samples there, all right? So that is our first collection, the Snowglobe to stamp with the add-ons. All that's on the website. It's going to work with our new collection, the Gingerbread Fun, all right? Let's head back over and see what else we have to take a look at today. All right, back over here with you. That was fun, right? Easy one to make. Yeah, so I appreciate any likes or hearts or shares or any of that good stuff. Again, and if you are watching this at a later time, if you missed out on the chat, again, everybody that's on the chat, I hope you'll jump in. It's just fun to chat, all right? There's, like, nobody can make fun of you. Nobody really knows who you are, right? We know your call name or anything like that, but just jump in, add your answers. It's just fun to get involved and for us not to be so isolated, I would say. Like, I've got involved with chats before, like, or putting comments in, and I felt nervous about it. But I thought to myself, why am I feeling nervous about this? I'm just asking a question or stating an opinion. There's no right or wrong or silly question or anything like that. So I hope if you're watching that, you will jump into the chat. If you're watching this at a later time, down below, there will be a section where you can answer in the comments. Answer the questions if you like, or if you just have a comment you want to make, maybe something even not related to this, or maybe you have a question for us. We always watch those comments, and we appreciate when you guys jump in. The more activity we get with our videos, whether it's through chat or through comments at later times, it really helps people to discover us and find us. And that's what we want to do. We want people to find the Stamps of Life, and that's how we, establish relationship, friendship, and all that good stuff. And again, it's just fun to hang out together. That's what we're trying to do right now. All right, next up, we have the Scalloped Slimline. Let me switch that over. I should have a different Scalloped Slimline. This is from November of 2020. It's going to have, well, let me see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 dies. It's got a couple of words in there, which are blessings. You can see that on the front. And then also, I believe it's congratulations. We'll look when we go on the website. And then since I do have a bunch of card ideas that also feature this one, this is the Floral Slimline, which can also kind of be dropped in with this and mix and match. These can work together. So you kind of need this card base that comes in this, but this panel will work with this die set. So the Slimlines can all mix and match, all right? Just so you know, if you're not aware of that. Let's find this on the website. Oh, my question for you is, we're looking at the Slimline die set here, but what is your go-to card base? What type of card base do you find yourself using the most often? Is it a Slimline card? Or do you like an A2 card base? Or maybe a Fold-It? Or maybe we have the A1 card bases? What type of card base do you find yourself using most often? I know the Slimlines are popular, but I think our most popular card bases are the Fold-Its. But what type of card do you like? A2 is kind of the standard. We also have 5x7 cards, lots of different variety on it. If you go on our website, you will see all kinds of different. Hi, Donna and Danny. All right. Welcome, all of you. What kind of card base do you like to use? That was our question. We have a wide variety. What else do we have? We have Flip-Its. Let me see all the different options we have. We have crisscross. We have box cards, gatefolds, step-ups, stand-ups, I said, specialty cards, the Flip-Its. We have a great selection. But what is your favorite kind of go-to that you find yourself using the most often? Of course, I think the A2s are the easiest, but I also kind of think that about the Fold-Its too, because once you get those first couple pieces of your Fold-It put together, your card's almost done, right? So what is your favorite card? That was my question for you. And then I will find this on the website. Let me get some good samples here for you to look at. Hang on, here we go. So this was the floral panel that I was talking about. It's 2 dies, and there are some great ideas here, and I'll show you some as well. Let's go ahead and pop through those. We can zoom that a little bit larger. It's going to work for anniversary there. Thanks card. You can mix and match any type of word dies that you have will work with this set. So it's very fun. Happy hello card. You get to mix and match and get all kinds of different looks from your flowers. There is the actual die. Happy birthday. See, just the different options of how you can use this really gives you a great variety. Hello card, and back to happy anniversary. All right, let's switch out of this and see if I can get us back to our Slimline. Yes. Okay, and this is the main set that we were looking at, the card base, and it did have 8 dies. I was right, 8 dies. Now 4 of those are words and shadows. That was the words, congratulations and blessings. And let's take a look at these samples as well, because I think there's some good ones. So that's mix. You'll see some mixes of our different Slimlines. That's like I can't remember the name of that, like it's multi-square or something like that, because the square sizes are different. There's our standard look there. Blessings, that's included in this set. The dotted backgrounds are in here, and the scallops, all that is in this collection. A congratulations card for a graduation, that's nice. Blessings. And since this is so much themed as blessings, I know way back in the year, first I was going to say, can you believe that, let me switch over to me. We are on episode 35 already on Take Two Tuesday. Can you believe that? 35 episodes already. So that means like 35 weeks. I don't think I missed a week. I was away for that 1 week, but we taped one and we ran that. So 35 weeks. So this is episode 35, but way, way back, we talked, I think it was maybe the first few weeks, we were talking about being thankful and kind of counting our blessings. So that was, I found something interesting on a website about blessings, and just some sayings and kind of like some positive, encouraging things like for us to think of. We should all have a lot to be grateful for, right? We should have a lot to be thankful for. And so that's kind of what we're thinking about. It says, here's some of the comments. I'll pop these over so you can see them too, because I think it's worth it. So we're just kind of looking at the main theme here. Let me do that. And I think it's just encouraging for us to be reminded of, you know, how much we have to be grateful for, how it can kind of change our attitude and stuff. And so right here at the beginning, it says, you won't be blessed with everything, but you can be blessed by anything. So that is a good thing to think of, you know. It's something that maybe was not what you expected, but how could you make something good out of it, right? Or how can you see something good in it? So I think that is a good thing for us to do. I know some of the time when I get delayed or I don't get to a place that I expected to be on time or something happened on the way, I think, well, maybe God was blessing me by preventing something. Maybe I got stuck at a bunch of traffic lights, and it was because God knew if I kept going at the pace I was going to get in an accident, right? So there's things like that where you get blessed in unusual ways, right? So that is one. It says, seeing the blessings for what they are is a blessing too. It says they come in all kinds of different ways, packages. You just have to be open and see kind of the positive and good in things, right? Sometimes you have to dig for it or to unearth it, to uncover it. Yes, that's true. It's, you know, the kind of the eye of the beholder. It's kind of like whatever situation we're in, how can we make the best out of it, the most out of it? Let's see, that was number 4 and 5. Sharing your blessings is a good idea. You don't want to be one of the kind of person who brags about everything that's going awesome in your life, but it's something we should talk about. You know, if we have things to be thankful for, like, don't we talk about things enough in the world that are make us mad or upset us or bother us? We're always focusing so much of our thought and our prayer, or not our prayers, but our energy on things we can't change or we can't fix and really don't affect our lives that much, right? So sharing your blessings is a good thing to do. And then, like, if you're blessed materially, or you have extra, or you have time, or some certain ability, how can you bless with other people's with that? Maybe you're super artistic, or you're good at music, or maybe you are a good like Bible teacher, or maybe you're just an outgoing type person who can make friends easily. How could you share the things that you're good at, your blessings, the way you've been blessed, with others and turn it out to good? I like to think about that. Sometimes blessings look remarkably like routine. Like some of the time we just forget. Like when we go to our cupboard or we open our refrigerator and there's tons of food in there, like I just expect it to be there. But it is a blessing to have a cupboard full of food, right? Or a refrigerator where you know there's something to eat or cold drink. Those are blessings and things that we just take for granted. And then we have to see them to count them. So kind of was coming back to just take notice of all the good things. That's what we kind of did back at the beginning when we started Take Two Tuesday. We were looking for ways to think of things to be thankful for, right? And make that a routine. So if you're still doing that, awesome, great. If not, today, go out and count some blessings. Think of them. Maybe start, if you have a little notepad, make a little mark. And then when you get to 5, cross it out. You could think of a lot of things that you're thankful for. I could think of a lot of things that I'm thankful for. Some of the time it just takes, like it said here at the notice, you have to see them to count them. So take the time to do that, to realize how good we have it. Of course, there's some problems. Not everything is perfect in any of our lives, right? Life is challenging, but we have a lot of great things to be thankful for. So count your blessings. That would be kind of based off of this. Let's count our blessings today, right? All right. So let's go ahead and we'll move over. Oh, I do have some dies to show you, or cards rather, a bunch. So let's go through these. These are all Slimlines and lots of fun ideas mostly from our design team. And there could be a customer card mixed in here, possibly, but I don't know. Let's see what we have. Why is that not switching over? Sorry. Whoops. No, that's not working. There we go. All right. Nope, not that one. Okay, there we are. Here's our cards for you to check out. These are easy to make. I'll show you how to do one real quick. And again, here's one of the ones where we have a lot of white here, but it's kind of looking light blue because of my studio lighting. But picture that being a teal with a white behind it. Here's that congratulations card that we saw a little bit earlier with some of our critters. That's a fun idea. Another blessings card. This kind of looks like it. This one is a very, very, has a broad use of ways that you could use it. Blessings, and it's kind of Easter. Here's just a encouraging one. Blessings, pretty colors there mixed together. And then we have Christmas. So somebody had the blessings die that comes with this, and then they also had a Christmas that you can mix and match together. Fun, right? And also this is going, I'll have to go this way. Maybe you can see most of it. It's going the other direction. So with your Slimline, we usually think of mostly of them being this direction, but you can go vertical as well, right? Our happy hello card and a happy birthday. I think we saw these on the website, a lot of these. This is using the floral part. And now we're back to, I'm going to move these because all of these are going vertical. So we need a little bit more space here. Happy anniversary. That is a pretty one. It's got some foil there. And then happy retirement. Something to celebrate. And it says, if I had a flower for every time you made me smile and laugh, I'd have a garden to walk in forever. That's a nice sentiment. Pretty colors. And then a thanks option, right? Thanks option there for you too. Awesome. So count your blessings. Let's see if we can make a card that will bless somebody ourselves here. Yep. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to move over to the table there and let's die cut here for a second. I got to get our dies. We're going to just focus on this one right now and see what we can create over there. Let's do it. All right. So here we have 8 dies, right? We have the word dies. We're going to use I think we'll use the blessings word today. We take the large piece here, right? That is going to make our card base. And we're going to go ahead and run that through our machine. I picked out some colors. I hope these coordinate together. Kind of like a teal. Uh-oh, I dropped something there. I hope it's not something I needed. We'll make our card base with the teal. Run that through. And here's one of these times where we're trying to avoid speed bumps just to make sure we get a nice cut. So you can see how I have placed my die at just a slight angle, right? When you get the speed bumps is when your die is just straight with the machine and it kind of, you'll hear this clicking, crunching. And most of the time it still will die cut correctly, but every once in a while you'll get a die that when you hit those bumps, you won't get the exact cut that you were expecting. Let's go ahead and run this through. And there you will have your card base. Size of this is if you think of like a legal size envelope. This is the type of card base you're making. It would fit in like one of those business envelopes that you have. All right, so there's our base. We've got that. Let's go ahead and cut a couple of our panels here. I'm trying to layer this and make it look as nice as possible and show you how fun and easy it is to make these cards. And this will give us a little border. And again, we're going to go with just a slight angle. I like to have some white in there behind as the background. And I'll show you how that works out here in just a minute. Oops, we don't want to get a squeaky. Sorry about that. So my platform was just a little bit out of alignment. So everything's fine, but so this is going to be kind of a background there that will fit right on there, and you get that nice scallop look. All right, let's grab another color here. We're going to take this, kind of like a cherry, I think it's called. We're going to run that through our machine. Now on this one, we need 2 dies. If I were just to run this panel through, since it doesn't have any lines on the edge, it won't cut. It would just kind of emboss. It would press into the cardstock. It would be nice, something decorative you could use, but we need it to get cut out too. So we're going to have to put this other die around it in order for it to actually cut out. So let's do that. We're going to lay these down together, just like that. And again, we'll go at just a slight angle. That lined up. Hopefully no squeaking this time. I'll try my best not to squeak or let my machine squeak. It would be smart to put a little washi tape here to hold this in place, just so it kind of stays centered. Because you can see there's just a little bit of movement the dies can make in here. And you just might get a little bit more border on one side rather than the other. And if you want it to be, just look like nicer, I would put the washi tape down just to hold the dies in place. And just to give you the best option, still might not be perfect, but I think it's going to look better than if we didn't use the washi tape. The more tape you were to put down, the better it's going to come out as far as even on all the sides. And I'll show you how this comes out. I think I've got that. Let's run this through. So remember, we're going to be, after this, we'll get our good news segment going. And if you have a Bible or a Bible app, get that ready for Matthew chapter 4, okay? It'll be our quick, short little devotional, but it'll be fun. It's good to hear what God wants to say to us, right? So I peel these out. And, oh, darn, I had brought a nice rolling tool from home, but I think I left it out in my car. So anyhow, this will get all these, you see all these little extra pieces here? These will all just roll out. I should be doing this over a trash can because I'm going to end up with a big mess. But all these little dots, these little bubbles will all pop out. And will leave us with a nice looking card here at the beginning. These come out pretty easy. You can almost just tap them out just as fast. But I like that other tool. It had a handle with it, but I forgot to bring it in here into the studio area. So those come out pretty nice. You want to get them all out if you're going to give this card to somebody. And it's like one of those things that doesn't look like much, but if you leave one or two in, they really will stand out. They will not look right. So you want to get all of those out. So it looks like I did get everything out. All the scallops there, great. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. And I want to do this on another piece of cardstock so I don't make a mess on the machine. And we want this to be kind of on the edges a little bit. I won't go crazy with that, making sure that everything sticks together, but you'd want to really do your best. So we'll go ahead and layer that on here first. All right, that's looking good. And then we want to put some adhesive on here. Couple strips. Whoops. We might have just ran out of adhesive on this little guy. I think I did. I think there's just enough for our card. Oh, it did run out. And then we're going to add this to the front. And you can see where I have missed a couple dots, right? And they really do stand out now, right? So if I were taking my time, I would have got every single one of those dots out. But we're just kind of moving forward here. So there we have our card base, some nice colors. Some of these are still popping out. Maybe we can get them all out. Or we might be able to cover some of them with our word, right? That would be my hope. There's one couple right there in the center and a couple over here. But we'll leave those for now. Let's go ahead and do our word. And we're going to get that blessings out. And I have some sparkly, where's that silver paper at? Great. We're going to remember we had added the adhesive to this before, the adhesive sheet. So this will be really nice to have because it's hard to get adhesive onto this thin little die here, right? So let's go ahead and run this through. This has the shadow, which is actually going to cut it out, cut the word out for us. And then we will actually make a shadow as well. Makes it stand out a little bit better. Or actually, I've done that already. I'll show you what I did. All right, that looks like it's just going to make it on there. I was hoping to space that out just right. Going to run that through. This will give us our sentiment, our word for the front of the card. And that looks like it's staying lined up. And I think my side might hit here a little bit, so I'm going to... Oh, we didn't get any squeaking there. Great. So there's my word. Just pop that out of there. And that should come apart. Remember, again, it has adhesive on the back, so we'll just be able to peel that off and make that work. This will really stand out. And pull those words out of there. Again, I should have brought my glasses for this, because this is going to be a part that it's going to be a little bit challenging to peel these for me. For pros like you, probably no problem at all. But all right, so this is extra. I don't know what we could use that for, but maybe there's a way, so we'd keep that for now. And then earlier I had cut out this shadow, just this piece. I ran through on some white cardstock. I had run that through, so it kind of gives us a little bit of a shadow. We're going to go ahead and peel and add this word to it. Hope this will pop out fairly easy. And this is a little delicate, so you do have to be a little extra with it, extra careful. Oh, and that peeled off, so that's awesome. Worked out better even than I thought. So I'm just kind of going slow. I don't want to tear my words. And if I were to go crazy and just kind of rip through it real fast, since this is so delicate, the lines are really thin, that could happen, right? Well, let's see, we're still peeling. We're getting close to the end. And what's great is this is all sticky already. Wouldn't it be difficult, really difficult to try to get adhesive rolled onto this word? Look how fine and delicate it is. But look, it's sticky, right? So that's why we put that adhesive sheet on there at the beginning. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to layer this onto... Let me see if I can do something so you can see this a little better. Lay that there. And we have the blessings background, and that will fit right onto that. Perfect. And to stick down. Stephanie might say you might want to burnish this, right? I think that's the fancy word, but we're just trying to make sure that it's pushed down enough. I know there's enough adhesive on there. We just have to make sure that it gets applied correctly. So there you have a really nice looking word, right? Blessings with a nice shadow. And now we do have to get a little adhesive on this one. So I'm going to leave that there. This one is out. So I'm going to have to get another one. Let's see, this should work. Look, I have all these little extra stickies here from all the die cutting and not throwing these pieces in a trash can like I should have. Now they're kind of getting in my way, right? So sometimes it's just better to go a little bit extra, spend a little bit extra time staying organized, and can kind of avoid some extra work down the line. Whoops. Okay. That is nice and good. We're going to add this to the front of our card. You could do some foam to make this stand out a little bit more, but for what it would take us 5 or 10 minutes to get that far. Not bad at all. I really, really like to use foil or glitter for the words, especially like this, just to make it stand out a little bit better. So you could layer, you could use pattern paper behind here in the background, all kinds of different things you could do with the front of this card base. But that is our Scalloped Slimline card die set, all right? And there are lots of different options for our Slimlines on the Stamps of Life website. All right, great. So that was fun. I hope you enjoyed that card. Came out even better. I think it came out better than I thought it was going to come out, so I was pretty happy with that. And let's see. Sandy says, save all the dots. Great for shakers. Okay, good idea. Oh, we're already at 11. That my goal, you guys, is always to end at 11. We don't quite make it, but that is the goal. So let's continue on here. So I hope you all like that. Let's see if there's any other comments I've missed. Hey, Fred, how's it going? Barbara, don't worry about being late. If you are joining in late, this is recorded and all that stuff. You can watch it at a later time. And again, like I said before, make sure you do answer our questions from the segments where we were talking about the cards or our fun facts, those different kind of things. Make sure you jump in there, all right? We love to hear from you. All right, good news segment, Matthew chapter 4. We're going through our Bible, where our plans right now, unless God wants to change things, is we'll go through the whole book of Matthew. And it's just kind of like an overview, and then we'll just have once a week, we'll have a little devotion. So today, if you have your Bible, and I have mine, you are in Matthew chapter 4. We're reading through, and to kind of give you a general outline of what's going on here, let me see if I can switch that. So that's not up there. We want to get rid of that. And I'll get you the main verse that we're using here in just a minute. I lost my name. Where did my name go? Okay, we can add that one. That'll work. Okay, so in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus had just been baptized in chapter 3, right? So this was a really, really high point, right, in Jesus beginning his ministry. We saw that at the end of chapter 3, he's baptized. The Father speaks from heaven. The Holy Spirit comes down. And we talked about the Trinity, right? We spoke about that a little bit last week. So God is three persons, but one. And we talked about how that is super confusing. We don't quite understand it, but that's the greatness of God, that he's behind us understanding, our understanding, right? So there was that high point. He's baptized. You hear from the Father. You see the Spirit. Now, very next in chapter 4, here comes Satan, the enemy, and he is out to tempt Jesus. So right away, there's this real high point, and then there's this challenge. And you know what? Sometimes that can happen to us in life. You might experience a super great blessing like we were just talking about early. You might be counting your blessings and how wonderful everything is and how you're enjoying life, and then things can take a turn. And we have an enemy who always wants to, when we're enjoying life and we're enjoying God, he wants to take away that joy, that peace that we have. So be very aware of that you can have a high point, followed by a low point. So we want to try our best to live balance. I mean, I want to enjoy and experience the blessings, but when difficulties come and it could hurt, I don't want to get brought down by that, right? So Jesus withstands the temptation. He has all the right answers. He goes back to the Bible to defend his position. And it says Satan leaves him and angels come and minister to him. And then you go on and it says he begins his ministry in Galilee. I don't know. I've never been to Israel, but I hear the Sea of Galilee is a very nice and beautiful area. So I don't know if you've been there. Let us know if you have been, just for fun. But I would love to see the Sea of Galilee. Again, I heard it's a beautiful area. So anyway, Jesus sets up. Remember, he was born in Bethlehem. Then he lived in Nazareth. But now that he's going out and starting to start his ministry, that he is now in the Galilee area and the Sea of Galilee. So he's right by there. There's a city called Capernaum, or I think he spends a lot of time too. All right. So we get that. And then Jesus is going to meet up with his first disciples. That's the part we'll look at. We'll come back to that in just a minute. And then he starts to really do great works. And it talks about down from verse 23 through the end of the chapter that Jesus starts to go out teaching. He's healing people of sicknesses, diseases. He's really impacting people. And by the end of that, it says there's great multitudes of people are following him. So he's getting popular, famous. People are knowing about him. They're coming to him to hear teachings, to be healed, to have their lives changed. So things are going awesome, right? So back in verse 23, let me actually read that. And I'll pull up the verse that we're going to focus on here. It talks about as Jesus calls his first disciples. And I think I have a verse for that. Yeah, there we go. So I'll read through. This will be towards the middle. It says, let me switch that over. Did that pop up? Oh, you guys can see it. I can't see it, but okay, good. It says, and Jesus, nope, where are we at? Verse 18, and Jesus walking by the Sea of Galilee saw two brothers, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And then he said to them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. So that's going to be our key verse right there, and that I put up for you. And they immediately left their nets, and they followed him. And going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets. And he called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father, and they followed him. They followed Jesus. So our main, what we're looking at right there is that verse I popped up for you, Matthew 4:19. He said to them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. So, God has called each of us, and the simple fact is he wants to use each of us, right? When we become believers and followers of Jesus, sometimes we wonder, well, why are we still here? It seems like God could just call us to heaven, right away, if he wanted to. But he leaves us here on earth to share the gospel, the good news of what Jesus has done for us, to make an impact on this world. And the point being that other people will come into God's kingdom as well. The Bible says God desires that nobody would perish, but that everybody would turn to him, be saved, and have a place in heaven. That's what God wants. So I think that's why he leaves us here. So he finds these guys who are fishing. That's what they do naturally, right? And he kind of connects it. He says, hey, you're not going to just be fishermen anymore. You're going to be fishers of men. So wherever God places you, maybe you are a mom, or you're a grandma, or a neighbor, or a friend, or maybe it's at your job. All these different places God wants to use you. And he gives you talents and abilities that should come natural to you, but that you can use as a way to impact the people around you. How can we do that best? Is by showing people God's love, right? Demonstrating it ourselves. And then also just talking. I really think a big thing for us to do is we can talk about what God has done in our lives, right? He has saved us, right? If we are following Jesus, we have a place in heaven. He saved us from our sin. He rose from the grave. He's gone. Jesus has gone on to heaven. He's preparing a place for us to go and meet him with. What does that give us? It gives us hope, right? We have hope for today. We have challenges that we face in life, but we can see the big perspective of these things are just temporary. So I have hope that God's going to get me through these times. He says we don't have to be afraid. He's going to be with us all the time. And then the ultimate hope is that one day he says I'm going to be in heaven, and I'm trusting in what Jesus has told me, that he's going to take me on to be in heaven one day. So we have we have these promises that God has given to us. But how can we go out and, like Jesus called to these guys, be fishers of men? How can we apply what God has done in our lives and share it with people? Do we care about our neighbors enough, or our friends, or our family, to tell them about Jesus, to invite them to church, to share what God has done in our lives? That's the easiest way. Just talk about what your relationship with God means to you and share that with other people. It goes a long, long way. So it's not so religious or formal, but if you just naturally talk, like we were talking about the blessings today, if you tell somebody, oh, wow, God's really blessing me in this way or that way, you notice the good things that God's doing for you, and you tell that to somebody else, again, not like bragging or boasting or any of that kind of stuff, but just telling me in a natural way how God's working in your life, it can really impact other people. Maybe they'll start to see how blessed they are, and they'll start to wonder, how did I get to this place? And maybe they might start to seek after Jesus themselves. One thing I also wanted to say here was that these guys responded. It says immediately they left what they were doing before, and they decided to follow Jesus. So back in this time, they had these teachers they called rabbis. Jesus was a rabbi, and they would naturally have people go around and follow them to learn. It says, Jesus wanted them to follow him so that he would kind of rub off on them, right? As they were around Jesus more, their hearts would start to be changed, their lives would be changed. He would impact them in a special way by them being so close to Jesus that they could go out and do great things for God's kingdom. So it's kind of up to us to respond to that. God is calling each of us today. He's calling you, and he's calling me to follow him today. And how can we do that? Seek after him more. And then as we get to know him more and better, how can we share what we know and what we experience with the people that are around us that we care about, right? Very, very important to do. All right. That is it. I'm sorry. I think I keep saying all right and right a lot today, so I'm going to try to fix that. But anyhow, God wants to use you, each and every one of you. He wants to use me. Anybody who is calling on the name of Jesus, he wants to use us to further his kingdom. So how can we be open to that? All right. Let's pray real quick and ask God to do that in each of our lives. All right, let's pray. Father, thank you so much for your word and that we can spend this fun time together today. And we thank you that wherever we are and whatever we do, you're always with us and you're blessing us. And we're so thankful that you love us and take care of us. And you give us hope, a future. And then again, and we're also thankful that you want to use us even today. So we want to be open to that, Lord. Give us a heart for people who are around us, our neighbors, our friends, our family members, our kids or our grandkids. All these people should be really special and important to us, and we want them to know you. That would be, the desire of our heart. So show us how we can be open to that, to speak when we need to speak up, to just demonstrate your love at the right time and in the right way. And again, we would pray all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I have a lot of work to do today. We had Monday off, which was nice. I hope you all enjoyed your special Labor Day and nice long weekend. But now it's time to catch up with what didn't get done yesterday. So I'm going to be off to do that. Have a great rest of the day. I'll plan on seeing you or talking with you on Thursday night with Stephanie on Stephanie's Crafting Corner. And that is it. I will figure out how to sign off here. And let's see. I think I can do that. God bless each and every one of you today. I will see you next Tuesday or Thursday. Take care. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.